Before we say there are no jobs, are you employable? Job seekers, get in here. Because you'll be shocked that these mistakes are not only made by inexperienced job seekers. So the thing is, your CV or who you know may get you through the door, but your video interview is your first real opportunity to make a lasting impression. And just like in-person meetings, there are unspoken rules that can either highlight or undermine your potentials. My name is Yinka Opeke, serial entrepreneur, strategist, author, John Maxwell coach, trainer, speaker, and a mentor. And today I'll be sharing 6 professional tips. No, I lie. A few more than 6 professional tips on how you can show up and show out in any video interview setting. Tip 1, dress like you already got the job. What you wear still matters, even on camera, and this should automatically tell you that your camera needs to be on throughout the duration of the interview, except instructed otherwise. Let me pin it here that professionally, all parties are expected to turn on their cameras at least for introductions, and then they can turn them off if they have to. But this is usually not the case, as we know. So as job seekers, choose clean, well-fitted, and neutral-toned clothing. Some of us show up for video interviews wearing round neck, tacky t-shirts, rumpled clothes, or as women, extremely low cleavage tops. Your outlook speaks volumes, so make it count. As they say, dress how you want to be addressed. Tip 2, your background is also speaking. What's behind you matters almost as much as what is in front of you. So choose a clean, quiet, and well-lit space. Remove all distractions. Your environment tells the interviewer how seriously you take the opportunity. I have interviewed potential employees who I could barely place their faces. Dark backgrounds, sometimes people walking up and down behind them that I had to halt the interview and I asked them to either reposition. Some will even use you to figure out the best or the most lit locations, with their cameras on. So while we are aware that there may be glitches and unforeseen circumstances, you need to communicate your challenges professionally, turn off your camera, mute yourself, and quickly address the issues, or this sloppiness may cost you that job. Tip 3, check your tech. Before the call, please test your internet connection, camera angles, microphones, and lightings. Nothing ruins a good interview like avoidable technical glitches. So be early, be prepared, be audible. I'm sure some of us have experienced interviewees using us to locate the best Wi-Fi spots, with their cameras on and audio on. My goodness, job seekers, you need to do better. And I believe after this video, you will. Tip 4, sit up, look up, and speak up. Posture is power. Even on cameras, sit up, look into the lenses, not the screen. Smile when you have to because your body language speaks volumes. Show that you are present, prepared, and professional. Some of us place our laptops or phone at awkward angles, that could tick off the interviewer. I have interviewed a job seeker who sat on his couch, one hand lazily on the couch, and he held the phone with the other hand. Oh my goodness, we've seen it all. And I knew straight up we hadn't found the right fit. There was also another one who answered all my questions so casually, even laughed at almost every question, and I was wondering, do I look like a clown or why is this guy so unserious? So guys, we need to do better when we're doing our video interviews. Tip 5, eliminate distractions and multitasking. No phone buzzing, no tabs open, no checking messages during the interview. Give them your undivided attention, just as you would if you were seated across the table. The same way you're being interviewed is the same way it's imperative for you to study your interviewer, to also assess if they may be a good fit for you, because it's a two-way street. This is why your undivided attention is strongly advised. Tip 6, be prepared, engage, and ask questions. A lot of us show up for interviews ill-prepared. Some people have showed up for interviews without knowing our company name, let alone our solutions. And some even had the audacity to ask us what our solutions were. My goodness. Preparedness builds confidence. So hence, it's important for you to research on the company by checking their websites, if they have one, social media handles, or any of their online presence. Take your time to read through their solutions, their latest activities, and identify what values you will bring if you get onboarded. Embody the role so well that they are convinced that if given the opportunity, you would perform excellently well. It is advisable to engage and ask questions too, because This not only shows confidence, it shows you're genuinely interested in their company and would love to know more about them. It is also advisable to have a salary expectation in mind. So when asked, please don't say, well, I know you have a salary structure, so what are you offering? No, give them a range based on your competence and not on the economic situation in the country. I have interviewed and you hear people saying, oh, transportation from my house to here is X amount. And I'm a mother of X number of kids. Ma'am, we're discussing compensation for the value exchange here. So the good thing is, if you impress them, they will make an offer regardless of whatever you say, and at that point you can decide to counter offer if the need arises. But you need to be able to monetize your work. Tip 7, be on time. Show respect and gratitude. Be on time. Don't start logging in a minute to the meeting because anything can happen, as it usually does, and particularly connectivity issues. It's advisable to get in about 5 minutes before the start of the meeting because you're better off early than late. You must also greet your interviewers warmly, pronounce their names properly, and thank them for the time. These small gestures reveal emotional intelligence, and that sets you apart. So here are my final words. Remember, your video interview is your moment, your introduction, and your opportunity to make a lasting impression. Until next time, be intentional, professional, and let your interview reflect the value you bring. Good luck.